a warm friend, and a guide for his companions, a devoted and loving husband for his wives, a shady tree for his daughters, a leader of the community of Muslims, an exemplary politician and a reformist who transformed the most uncultured Bedouin into the most disciplined force of people known to history. Our holy prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, cries for God's forgiveness for us and stresses us to remain united and not be divided due to language, caste, or sects. When we claim to be his followers, it automatically makes us his ambassadors and representatives in whatever role and responsibilities we take. Do we consult the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, in different matters of our lives? But how many of us have actually explored the message he brought? Do we really know the message? How to love our holy prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. Love is a beautiful emotion. It encompasses all the most beautiful things in the world. Every relation and connection gets stronger and durable when there is an element of affiliation and love added to it. Beginning from our first love as a child for our mother, to choosing someone to spend our whole life with, love is what makes life worth living. And like all precious things in the world, this priceless treasure demands guarantees to keep it flourishing. When you love someone, they are always on your mind and become the driving force of your direction in life. You love to follow them, obey them, do whatever you can to please them, and try your best to avoid whatever displeases them. You share with them your problems and consult them for their best advice. Their name soothes you, and their company is the most precious time of your day. Never do their messages and mails go unread or ignored. The world sees you change when this beautiful feeling overpowers you. May this love be for a human, a mission, a career, or simply a car or a gadget. Love changes your priorities, and the color of this feeling is evident on your face. Feelings, words, and actions. We all love the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. The personality whose greatness is acknowledged by Muslim and non-Muslim thinkers and scholars. A warm friend and a guide for his companions. A devoted and loving husband for his wives. A shady tree for his daughters. A leader of the community of Muslims. An exemplary politician and a reformist who transformed the most uncultured Bedouin into the most disciplined force of people known to history. His message, which begins with the oneness of God and accountability of our deeds in front of him, gives answers for all the problems we face today. But how many of us have actually explored the message he brought? Do we really know the message? The Quranic code of life sent to us through our beloved messenger of God, peace and blessings be upon him, still remains untouched, only to be recited when we are in trouble or a calamity afflicts us, or becomes a part of the deluxe package that goes with the bride. How many of us consult his way in our practical lives when it's a matter of celebration or woe? We never see the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, telling a lie, deceiving a human or even an animal, breaking a pact or a promise. He, peace and blessings be upon him, forgives and prays for the humiliating tribal chiefs of Taif and the people who throw stones at him. He rejects social inequality and all sorts of racial supremacy and lays down in his final sermon the basic charter of human rights. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab. No non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Also, a white has no superiority over a black. No black has any superiority over white except by piety and good action. He, peace and blessings be upon him, sets best examples of justice and warns that the previous nations were destroyed because they only punished their weak and poor for crimes. He, peace and blessings be upon him, teaches us to have best of our behaviors and manners with our neighbors, Muslim or non-Muslims, so much so that he wants things that they might get a share in inheritance because of the stress God has put on their rights. Our holy prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, cries for God's forgiveness for us and stresses us to remain united and not be divided due to language, caste, or sects. In his final sermon, he stresses that learn that every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim and that the Muslims constitute one brotherhood. Nothing shall be legitimate to a Muslim which belongs to a fellow Muslim unless it was given freely and willingly. Do not therefore do injustice to yourselves. Non-Muslim minorities are at peace under his rule. Justice is served irrespective of faith, status, or personal affiliation. He lifts the status of a woman from the one who was buried alive at birth to as high as a guarantee to get best rewards, may it be through serving and obeying one's mother, taking care of a wife, or raising a daughter with love. He brings a message that puts reward in charity and spending from what we love most, giving an orphan a home and helping a widow to survive. No one had the right to question anybody's sincerity of the claim of love for the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, but we all need some serious self-evaluation. When we claim to be his followers, it automatically makes us his ambassadors and representatives in whatever role and responsibilities we take. Do we consult the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, in different matters of our lives? Let us follow the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, to prove that we love him. Let us celebrate him every day. Let us light up our hearts with the beacon of his message, like we light up the streets on his birthday. Let us engrave those beautiful stories of his life, which we memorize and narrate on our actions. Let us check if our deeds are compatible with our claims of love towards him. In following him lies the secret of God's love, mercy, and forgiveness for us. Say, O Muhammad, if you love God, follow me. God will love you and forgive you your sins. And God is forgiving and merciful. Surah Al-Imran, Ayah 31.
قل إن كنتم تحبون الله فاتبعوني يحببكم الله ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم والله